floor to Sovereign Order of Malta, to be followed by Food and Agriculture Organization.
Excellencies, distinguished colleagues, the humanitarian consequences resulting from violations of international law are of grave concern to the Sovereign Order of Malta. Attacks on essential infrastructure, conflict-induced hunger, the use of explosive weapons in populated areas, and conflict-related sexual violence constitute atrocities evident across all conflict zones. The Sovereign Order of Malta also recognizes the profound impact of natural disasters and climate change on humanitarian conditions, triggering large-scale displacement and escalating food insecurity. We remain committed to supporting global and comprehensive response efforts to mitigate these adverse effects. Throughout its 900-year history, the Sovereign Order of Malta has been unwavering in its mission to aid those in need. Our humanitarian relief agency, Malteser International, has been at the forefront, providing vital assistance to civilians facing various challenges. In Haiti, where over 5 million are in desperate need of humanitarian aid, despite significant security challenges and heightened tensions in recent months, the Sovereign Order of Malta remains one of the few organizations still operating there in close collaboration with local partners. We provide nutritional assistance to malnourished children and pregnant women and counteract environmental degradation through mangrove renaturation projects. Our initiatives focus on implementing income-generating measures with a particular emphasis on empowering women. In Ukraine, we continue to offer extensive humanitarian support to the more than 17 million people in need of aid. Since the start of the conflict, we have delivered over 5,000 tons of seasonally adapted relief supplies to improve living conditions and enhance the resilience of those affected. Just weeks ago, our relief agency responded to the severe devastation caused by Cyclone Ramal in the border region of India and Bangladesh, which has affected over 4 million people. In collaboration with local partner organizations, we work to rebuild houses, latrines, and stables in 34 villages. Similarly, our response to recent heavy rainfall and floods in Kenya assisted some 165,000 displaced people, many of whom have lost their livestock and face food insecurity. Excellencies and dear distinguished colleagues, increased armed conflicts and adverse climate effects have intensified the humanitarian consequences. They have resulted in rising demand for humanitarian aid amidst a decreasing pool of available funding. Conflicts have been exacerbated by the increasing disregard for international humanitarian law. The Sovereign Order of Malta reiterates its call for rapid, unimpeded, safe, and sustained access to humanitarian aid in conflict zones. Additionally, we urge compliance with and enforcement of international humanitarian and human rights laws. Respect for these laws will reduce the need for humanitarian aid and reduce nation security costs. Continued disregard will result in more armed conflicts and less humanitarian aid to meet escalating demand. Finally, climate change impacts humanitarian rights, especially of the most vulnerable. At the most basic level, the right to life with dignity. The Sovereign Order of Malta urges intensified efforts to address the adverse effects of climate change. Additionally, we advocate inclusive partnerships to strengthen humanitarian efforts. These collaborations are essential for reinforcing our collective ability to respond effectively to crisis and support the most affected communities. I thank you.